stopping by my channel. So I don't know about where you guys live, but here in Southern California, it has been so hot. It's seriously been an endless summer. And we're talking into the high 80s, couple of 90-degree days last week. It's, even for California, that's pretty crazy at this time of year. So I think I'm seeing an end in sight on the Weather Channel, and I'm excited because one of the things I love about heading into this time of year is the fun fall foods and everything, fall and winter foods that you don't usually get to have in the summer. So one of those things is soup. And one of my family's favorites is my chicken tortilla soup. So I thought I'd share that recipe. Now I start with an onion. I chop it up and saute it just right in the soup pan just to give it some flavor. But you know, if you want to make it even easier, just get yourself some onion that's already chopped and saute that, and that's good. I just don't usually use it that often just because I feel like it goes bad really fast. So if I'm not going to use it that day or the following day, I'm not going to use it. So I'll just get going on chopping this onion and then we'll start the soup. Okay, seriously, that was the strongest onion. I had to cover it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I had to open my window. So the next thing I do is I get started on my chicken. Now, again, if you want to make it really easy, just, you know, buy yourself some canned chicken, I guess, or already chopped chicken. But when I make a lot, this is so much more economical, and I can get the organic, and then I just chop it up. And the way I like to cook it is I kind of tint it, because I just feel like it makes it, it almost steams it, so it's very, very tender. And you know, even in soup, if you don't cook your chicken right, it'll still be tough, even if it's in the, you know, even if it's in all that moisture. So I'm going to get started cutting up my chicken. Okay, so one other thing that I forgot to mention is I cook it at 350, 375, depending on how thick they are. And just, you know, don't overcook it, because if you simmer your soup, it's going to cook more. So, you know, don't want it tough. Okay, so chicken's done and onions are chopped. And seriously, that's the hardest part of this soup. And like I said, you can even make it easier and buy the chicken already chopped and the onion already chopped. So let's get started on the soup. Okay, so we're going to get ready with the onion, and I am going to, I've got this butter sizzling here, so I'm just going to add the onion now. Give it some nice flavor before it touches the soup. So the purpose behind me sauteing the onion like this is not necessarily to cook it, but to give it some nice flavor. So just trying to get as much flavor in everything that we can. So I don't want it to be mush, so now I'm going to turn it off. And this is organic chicken broth. I don't do everything organic, but I do try to do as much as I can organic. 1 quart, so 2 of these. Then I'm going to put in 4 cups of water. Next thing I add, I do 3 cans of these ranch style beans. These are my favorite beans for chicken tortilla soup. They're just so full of flavor, and they have a nice kind of a thick seasoning to them, kind of smoky. So they add a lot to this. I much prefer these over black beans or pinto beans. Then I've got the organic stewed tomatoes, and sometimes I like to try to get the kind that already have seasoning. Okay, so the next thing I like to add are shredded carrots. 2 bags of those. Just really like my soup to have lots and lots of stuff in it. This is another thing I like to add, and I got this at Trader Joe's, roasted corn. More flavor instead of just corn. Kind of got a little bit of a Tex-Mex, I guess. And I'm gonna add 2 bags of that also. I told you guys this is a really pretty easy recipe. So bear with me, I'm doing this with one hand. Okay, and then we're gonna add the stewed tomatoes. And yeah, I go ahead and I do not drain any of them. I don't drain the tomatoes, I don't drain the beans, because I want all that flavor in there. Oops, those were not diced. I wanted diced. Then I also have these, rotel with lime and cilantro. Yum, more flavor. And my beans. And see that thick, see how thick that sauce is? Now, I like 3 cans in this big soup pot. And this will last like a week, you know. But if some people don't like as much, you know, as many beans or as much corn, and that's fine. So you can alter it, you can change it. So there's that. And now we're just gonna stir this, and we're gonna let this simmer for about an hour. And we're not quite done. Okay guys, last but not least, chicken. I don't like to overcook it, so I tend to add it last. You know? So, don't forget your salt. I've got Himalayan sea salt here, just to taste. And I like to add a little garlic. That's personal preference. And some cumin. That's always good. We're just going to let this simmer for a little while and get the carrots softer and all the flavors soaked in. Oh, and yeah, don't forget, you want diced tomatoes for this. I thought that's what I had in my pantry, but so we're going to be chopping those up a little bit. Just a lot easier. But these will be yummy. Okay guys, I'm finished with the soup. I would let it simmer, you know, until those carrots are nice and soft and you've got kind of a thick broth. So this is the best part to me, all the toppings. I just love all the add-ons. So I'm gonna try this out before everybody gets here, and we'll see how it turned out. I've got avocado here, and gonna slice some of that up. I like sour cream. Not everybody does, but I like it a little bit, my soup a little bit thicker, so I'm gonna throw some of that on there. And some cheese here. And then I get these little things in the produce department. They're really yummy. They're just the tortilla strips, but if you don't have those, just use tortilla chips. No big deal. So easy. And the avocado all sliced. And yum. I'm gonna sample this right now. So the one thing I forgot is cilantro. That's good too. Another add-on. The chopped olives. I forgot the chopped olives. Gotta stop. Olives. How could I forget olives? These I use as an add-on. You could add them to the soup. I think they might get a little mushy. And I don't really like the chopped ones. I just kind of, you know, do this thing and put it on top. And now we're finished, except for the cilantro. Forgot the cilantro. Anyway, everybody in my family loves olives, except for my husband, so I have to keep them on the side. Anyway. So there you have it. That's my really easy, simple, pretty darn healthy chicken tortilla soup. So if you like this video, or if you try this soup out, please tell me about it in the comments below and tell me what you think. Or if you have a recipe that you want to share, love to know about it. But please don't forget to share it with a friend, share it with your mom, and if you have any other ideas. And please don't forget to click like and subscribe. Okay, thanks a lot guys. See you soon.